the most famous flaming dessert in the world, Crepe Suzette. Yes, Crepe Suzette. Earlier in one of our previous videos, we made some wonderful crepes. Now we're gonna flame them. We're gonna flame them up. Yes, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna put the recipe in the bottom, so you wanna check out the directions. Definitely, you wanna subscribe. We wanna share so much more with you. I'm gonna be sharing some great stories and tips, so you're gonna stick around to the end of the video. And also, please hit that like button, and your comments are important. Let us know what you think, okay? Because it's really, really important, so we can have a great show. You know, we're having such a good time here. Anyway, I'm Chef Don McMillan, and we're gonna start flaming. Let's get started. We are making Crepe Suzette. For Crepe Suzette, you obviously need crepes, sugar, orange, liqueur. I have an orange liqueur, and I have some rum, some ice cream, and in my pan, I'm melting some butter, right? Got lots of butter in there because this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful dessert. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a caramel, and very simply by adding the sugar to the butter. Now, we'll stir that around, and very shortly you'll start seeing the sugar start to caramelize just a little bit. You don't want it too much because I don't need it too brown. I just want to get that sugar and butter mixed well together. To that, I am going to add some orange liqueur. Yeah, get happy there. Let's stir that in there. Yes, very nice. Now, I've got a light caramel in there. So the next thing I want to do is to give it some flavor, okay? And as I'm doing this, I want to tell you this really important story to me as part of my life. And I've been so many things. I've been around the world. There's 63 countries already. And I've worked in restaurants, and I'll tell you more of those stories as we're getting along. But one I wanted to share with you, I was managing restaurants in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I was managing Horn & Hardt's restaurants. So in Horn & Hardt's restaurants, if you went into one, you went into all 37 restaurants. They were all the same. They had the cafeteria and had the most wonderful food. If you remember, they had the automat, you used to put the coin in and then get those wonderful pot pies and everything. Well, of course, after World War II and the soldiers come back and people's eating habits change, nobody wanted to eat the same food every time they went out. Nobody wanted to go to the same restaurant. So Horn & Hardt started to redesign their restaurant. So we had this one cafeteria where people would come through the line, but instead of waiting through one long line, they had like a scatter system. So if they just wanted dessert, they'd get dessert. They just wanted an entree, so on. And then they come to the cashier and pay. Well, we decided it was nice. We had nice carpeted floor, low lighting, we turned the lights down, and we said, why not offer some flaming desserts? Well, at that time, I think a piece of pie was somewhere around 45, 50 cents, and we were going to charge $1, a whole $1 for Crepe Suzette, or Cherry's Jubilee, or Bananas Foster, right? Well, nobody wanted to pay $1 when they could get a nice slice of Horn & Hardt pie for 50 cents. However, we decided when the dining room was full and a customer would come up to the register, we said, tonight's your lucky night. You're the 100th customer, and we're going to bring a flaming dessert to your table. And they said, oh, no, I don't, nope, it's free, just sit down, we'll come to you. After they sat down, we turned the lights down a little bit low, and then we rolled out our cart, and we started flaming the dessert. And here comes the flaming Crepe Suzette. And before you know it, people all around the room were raising their hand, waving it at us. We couldn't get that cart to their table. We sold hundreds of flaming desserts. What did we sell? We sold the flame. We sold the attention that it brought to the table. And that's what is going to happen when you do this for your guests and your family. Their just eyes are going to open up and say, wow, this is so great. And then plus, it's going to taste so good. All right, that's enough talking. Let's start cooking. I got my little thing going here, right? My caramel's made. Now I'm going to need some orange. So this is an orange, and the zest is where the flavor is. Critical to this dish because it's orange flavor. You want all the flavor you can get. You saw I put some orange liqueur there. Now I'm going to do some orange zest. Look how I do this. Just one swipe, and keep turning the orange. And the zest just comes right up in here, right? So we just keep turning until we get enough zest for our dish. Let's see what that looks like. I can use a little more. Let's do this. Okay, so you see how this tool works? It's called a microflame. The guy who invented this was an engineer. He was doing something nice for his wife. He wasn't even thinking about a microflame for a tool in the kitchen, and he became a multi-millionaire, if not a billionaire, because this is one of the most important tools we've got, except right here, your two hands. Your two hands are the most important tools in every kitchen. Okay, let me get a knife. I'm going to cut this orange. Okay. All right, cut my orange in half. And I'm going to need some orange juice. This is a big orange. I may not need the whole thing, but let's see what we get. We'll squeeze this half and see how much juice is in there. Because this is actually going to be part of the syrup that we've created with the sugar and the butter and the liqueur. Yeah, that's plenty of juice. Okay, we'll just put this side over here, get it out of the way, because we're going to be flaming and I don't want anything in the way. All right, here goes the juice. So now I have orange juice, orange zest, orange liqueur, butter, sugar. And what's going to happen, it's going to be a little thin right now, but it's going to actually thicken up as the sugar starts to thicken our liqueur. So keep stirring it. When I worked at Francois, was a French restaurant in Los Angeles, we did a lot of flaming desserts. We did probably half the menu was tableside. So I had to learn a lot of tricks of the trade on how to work without using my hands. I would use a spoon and a fork to pick up things. And you have to be pretty astute with that. But always, whenever we made a flaming dessert, people were so happy. Okay, look, see, it's foaming. It's really starting to thick up a little bit. Let me turn the heat down. Turn it down just a little bit more. So we got enough fire. Okay. Now, you see, just a minute, just a little bit more. So the evaporation will actually cause this to thicken up really nice. You don't want it too thick because we want the crepes to get that flavor. So put the crepes in there, okay? Turn them over. See what I'm doing? Fold them and fold them again. Push them off to the side. Okay, we'll get another crepe. Place it in the pan, make it happy. Soak up all that goodness in there, flip it. And as it's flipping, it's soaking up the juices. We fold it and fold it again and put it right next to the other one, right off to the side here again. And repeat until you get all the crepes in there and all the crepes are happy in there. Okay, move it around. You'll have a little extra liquid because when we flame it, you'll pour that over the crepes. You'll see that very shortly because we got one more crepe to introduce to the pan. Okay, turn it, flip it, let it soak up the juices, fold it, and fold it. So you got a quarter fold here. All right, now I'm going to bring my plate here. Okay, now the next point is very important. When you're working over an open flame, take the pan away from the flame and then add your liquor in there, right? And then put your pan back close to the flame like this. Tilt it, and there it is. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and move the crepes. Look at that. Wow. When the flame comes off, look. Now, we'll place the crepes on our plate. Okay. And in order not to waste any of that wonderful juice on there, I'm going to let it flame one more time. Hope you're ready. And I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon. And can you see the flicker when you do that? It just flickers right in there. I have, this is the rind, look. And then we'll place this wonderful right on our plate. Crepe Suzette. Delightful. Okay, here we have some ice cream. Let's put that right there in the center. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let it melt in there. It's cool, really nice. And finally, just a little bit of powdered sugar on the top. And here you have a dessert fit for kings and queens. Crepe Suzette. Hey, be sure you subscribe. You're gonna wanna see more of these videos. And let me know how we're doing. Hit that like button, okay? Hit the comment button, get the recipes right down below in the directions. And remember that all of Chef Don's recipes are absolutely simple and delicious.